Hey, low riders. How are you today? Happy Monday. And I'm here to give my take on Destiny Payton's interview with Dr. Heavenly, which I firmly believe was full of ish. Okay, and that's alleged and in my opinion, with some actual factual. Okay, so the first point, Destiny having to make clear, which nobody asked her, about her friendship with Melody. And she has to let us know that she did things for Melody as well as Melody did things for her. Well, see, that wasn't the topic of conversation when y'all were on that reunion stage, Destiny. You said out loud that Melody was not a good friend to you when the cameras were down. And Melody had receipts to show that she was a good friend. She was checking in on you. She was financially helping you. But you were the one that was the catalyst in putting out that lie saying she wasn't a good friend. So now you're trying to backpedal and say, well, this is how our friendship worked. No one ever said that's how your friendship did or didn't work, but it was your response to whatever the flippin' dippin' was that was going on in your head saying that Melody wasn't a good friend. The same bullshit that Stormy tried to pull a couple of seasons later, that Melody wasn't a good friend. Everybody on Love and Marriage Huntsville and people not on Love and Marriage Huntsville knows that Melody Shari decompresses by turning off her phone and not reaching out to everyone until she is in the correct mind space to where she wants to be, not where you want her to be. So you trying to make that point and then talking about she filed for bankruptcy. We know she filed for bankruptcy. You don't have to tell us that. And she filed for bankruptcy to protect her assets from that jackass of an ex-husband of hers because he filed for bankruptcy so that she will get caught with all the debt. Stop trying to act like you know more than you know. You only know what you're being told. You don't know these things actually and factually. So stop with the lies. And let's be real clear. Dr. Heavenly did not believe a goddamn thing that you were saying. But you know what? It's good for her channel. And I'm okay with that. Okay? Because you sitting up here lying and pretending, I'm her, I'm still her. Okay, her. Okay, her. So you came in with your little cheap gifts and stuff, giving them to her, talking about the stuff that you're selling on the website. Well, none of those things that I saw was on your website because I've been to your website before, and I also went to the website while I was watching the interview because I was waiting to see new products. I don't see any new products. Okay. And then you're trying to make it seem like you being that girl, you were always financially successful, but you just had a downturn. In my opinion, I don't think it was just a downturn. I think that all the avenues that were taking care of you had dried up. And you didn't know which way was up at that time. Your business done closed down. Your business had been shut down more than it was open. And you attempted to rebrand yourself. And the only reason you got that opportunity is because Carlos asked you to come back to the show. Moses and Sonny, okay? You just need to leave that alone. Let it go. If you think something foul was done, then don't address it. Don't talk about it. Because to me, it looks like you're saying anytime I snap my finger, he'll come running back, which I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I don't think that's the case because Moses clearly stated to you he wanted a like-minded individual that was on the hustle, that was about their money and about their paper. And that's what you liked about him in the first damn place. So then you're going to say because you're working on your mental health and he wasn't working on his, y'all couldn't be together. So if y'all wasn't really together, then what's the fucking problem? What is the damn problem? Because you contradicted yourself like 79 times. So I'm not understanding what the problem is. Okay? Sonny is doing a bit too much, but only because you're talking about why is she in my city or why is he in my city. First of all, Huntsville is not your city. Let's be real clear. Remember, you're the girl that dragged LeBaric to Huntsville from another city to be in Melody City and be on her show. So don't act like it's your show. And the reason they're there is because Carlos King wanted them there. So if you have a problem with that, that's who you should be taking it up with. Not Moses and not Sonny. You should be taking it up with Carlos. Carlos felt it was a messy storyline, and that's why the fuck he brought them there. He was trying to boost his ratings. He wasn't thinking about you or your emotional well-being or any of that. But you don't see that because you're so blinded by your hate for Melody. Carlos used you, and he used them, and he's making money off of all of y'all. So get that in your hat, put that in your pipe and smoke it, because that's the way it is, girl. Okay, and then talking about Moses named his business after your child. You's a damn liar, Destiny. Your child's name is Law. And then when you was talking with Moses, you never mentioned any of this that you're saying now. I think you had time to think about this. But you never mentioned this about the justice and the law. You was going to name your child either Justice or Law. You never mentioned that. I think what happened was y'all talked about law and he chose justice, and you want everybody to believe that that was the topic of conversation because he clearly stated to you, I did not name my son after your child. I named my son Justice. Well, that was the baby's name. What we was talking about. Girl, please. You sound like a liar. Okay? You sound like a liar. And then let's talk about how disrespectful you were to Heavenly's home. You're looking at her glasses like they're not clean and you had to have another glass. That was a bitch move, okay? You think you all that in a bag of chips, but no, you are not her. Because her wouldn't have did that, especially on camera. Her would have never done that, okay? So that just shows how uncouth you are. I want you to be real clear about what I think about you, Destiny. I think you're full of shit, and you've been on this world tour to try to put Melody down, and anytime Melody gets any type of praise from anyone, you make all these faces and you have to clear the air about what your friendship truly was. I really don't think that you and her had a true friendship personally, because if these are your feelings after her not reaching out to you during a break from the show, and you got that angry that you said, I know where the bodies are buried, and you keep telling everybody, I know more than what y'all know, well then tell us. You know, because you're still not giving us any information. You're dancing around the mulberry bush again. But you're not saying that. You're talking loud. You ain't saying shit. And nothing you're saying adds up or makes any type of sense to me. Okay? So I'm going to need you to, if Moses is, you were done because you clearly said we were having problems. If you were actually done with him and you chose you, then choose you and move the fuck on and stop talking about them. Because every time you talk about Moses and Sonny, you help them make money. Just like when you talk about Melody. Because some of the things that you say, Melody used that code, okay? And some other people, she uses that code. So just keep yapping. And you just going to keep helping Melody make money. Okay? And then this shit about you and Martell being friends and you never slept together. I don't believe that. But that's alleged in my opinion. You know, I don't believe that. And I know that you said that Martell flirts with everybody. I haven't seen that. I really haven't seen that. So where's that coming from? I don't see that Martell flirts with everybody. I heard Carlos say some bullshit about all the women were in awe. I don't believe that. He's been around other things, and I have not seen anyone lose their shit over Martell Holt. Okay, so that's a lie, and he does not flirt with everybody. Now, if you yourself are trying to be successful, you should be talking about you and what you have going on, and that the business practices that you are going to be putting in place for Madani.com or whatever, MadaniBeauty.com. You don't need to be riding off Melody's coattails. She already invited you into her home, and you disrespected her, and you continue to do that, and you're going to find yourself in a lawsuit just like fucking Wanda. Because you know Melody keep receipts. She keep receipts. And you keep saying things and not elaborating on them. And the thing about LeBaric, I heard this before, talking about he's not a guy I would choose. Then that means you was in it for the money, bitch. Yes, I called you a bitch. You are a low down woman. You were with that man for the money. It was nothing else but the money. Because now you're talking about you were in this space and things weren't going right and I was being hurt. Yeah, okay. I believe that. I truly, truly, truly believe that. What I do believe, however, is that you were carrying on a relationship with Moses, and that's actual and factual, but only in my opinion, possibly alleged, but I believe it's actual and factual that you were carrying on with Moses while you were married to LeBaric. So what you want to do is put the ABU's title on him and say that you were abused instead of telling the damn truth. Because there's a reason you can't talk about this. So there's obviously some lies somewhere. There's a reason you can't talk about it. You said you can talk about it, but you really didn't talk about it. Okay? You're saying you can talk about it, we'll talk about it. Be about it. Be her. Okay? Be her. Her. Not. You just... you just sat up there and it looked like you were lying. You were sitting there with your legs cocked open like you had on a pair of pants and whatnot, and everybody could see up to your damn top of your thighs and stuff. That was not ladylike at all, okay? And I don't like the fact that you said Moses is smart business-wise. That man is smart, period, because he got away from your ass, okay? Okay. I said what I said, okay? But it feels like, to me, you have to put other people down to make yourself feel better about your actions and machinations and the nasty vitriolic attitude that you display on people who are doing better than you, and especially Melody Shari. And you know what? They always say what don't come out in the wash is going to come out in the rinse. To me, it seems like the show is imploding on its own, and we're going to see what's up, which way is up. You know what I'm saying? Because once this show is canceled, we're going to see if you really her with your lying ass. I firmly believe you're lying. And the reason you can't talk about LeBaric, because you continue to go on this lie tour, like trying to make people believe that he and Melody had something going on. Okay, we not stupid. And how do you know it was the millimeters that came to your shop? How do you know that? Can you identify a millimeter by looking at them just because they came to your shop? Because I know people on other reality shows that have people coming to their businesses and homes and stuff like that. Are all these people millimeters? Or just on this show because Carlos told you people to talk up the millimeters? Carlos don't really realize that by him playing the millimeter card on the show is ingratiating us, yes, I'm a millimeter, more to Melody, and it's earning her and getting her more millimeters to support her. So your fucking chess move ain't nothing but checkers, boo. It ain't nothing but checkers. I think your focus should be on you, and like you said, your mental health. That should be your journey right now on this television show. If you can't talk about LeBaric and you really don't want to say nothing about Melody because you don't want to hurt her, because Melody's been waiting for 3 years. We've been waiting for 3 years, and you still ain't said shit. And if you really, 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 truly feel the way that you do about Melody, then you would have told it. So this leads me to believe that you ain't got shit on Melody. You just talk just to hear yourself talk and hope people are listening. Okay, some people are listening because some people are like you and like-minded with you, and they're vitriolic, they're full of hate, they're full of jealousy, they're full of envy. So they get along, they meld well together. And the people that follow you have that same type of mindset, because I be looking at the comments. And it's not any one of us, Melody or people that support Melody that would be in agreement with the revenge porn tape, the harassment of Melody Shari, the call yourself blocking her out, not talking to her like that's gonna make her go home and cry. She got too many businesses to worry about. Do you know that Love and Marriage Huntsville is a job for her? She's not there to make friends. She's there to build a platform, build a brand. And it seems that Melody Shari Rodgers is the only one on that show that has done just that. So that show has served its purpose for Melody. But she is branching out and being way more successful than any of the rest of you. And you're still talking about her. You're still talking about her. Once again, I'm the type of bitch that if I don't like a motherfucker or I don't care about them, I'm not going to talk to them. Because when you talk about Melody, you give her the power. You have no power because you allow yourself to be drawn into shit even when nobody's asking you the question about Melody. Even when no one mentions her name, you have to always clear the air. You have to say this. You are insecure and not sure which way is up at this time because you're the low man on the totem pole, first of all, on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Let's be real clear. You are the low man on the totem pole. And if this show stops being a show at the end of this season, you are fucked like Chuck. You know what I'm saying? So is Martell Holt. So you keep rolling with that friend. Okay, Letitia and Marcel may be okay. I'm not sure about Kimmy and Maurice, you know what I'm saying? Because I firmly believe that he only married her for the show. And that's alleged, and in my opinion, with some possible actual and factual. But Destiny, you need to get off this Melody hate train and this Melody world tour that you're doing to try to prove a point, because your point has not been proven, number one. And from everything that I've been seeing from you, including that motherfucking therapist, Dion, okay, with her full of shit ass. No therapist is going to go online and attack another person for having a conversation with their girlfriends that had nothing to do with you or Wanda or anybody else except her girlfriend. Y'all made that a whole thing. And you sat there and let that lady ramble on with her nonsensical bullshit and didn't stop and say, look, this is not about Melody. This is about my mental health. So you like when people have negative things to say about Melody. It just gets your juices boiling and shit. And it just gets you all happy and wet all inside. Well, stop it. You're acting like a petulant child. That woman is not thinking about you, Destiny. You need to grow the fuck up. Okay? You've been found out. You was fucking around with Moses during your marriage, and that's why there is no marriage. Now, all of a sudden, you the one filed for divorce. We don't believe that shit. We don't believe anything you say at this point, because the lie changes from 1 second to the next. And I'm done talking about you today, but if I hear you talking, I'm going to be back again. Okay? Low riders, thank you so much for rocking with me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'd love for you to get down in the comments. Let's have a conversation about Destiny and her lies, okay? Love you all. Mwah. Peace.